And I just kind of grew up, I kind of knew about God, kind of had an idea of who God was, but I wasn't really sure. And, so growing up, I didn't really have any necessarily exampleship of what God is or who he was. And as I got older, I just started leaning towards things that were just family tendencies as far as like smoking, drinking, and drugs, and guys and all of that stuff. And, I was playing the game of life, and I thought that I was in control of everything that I was doing. I thought, I can live my life the way I want to with no consequences. I didn't really comprehend anything about where I would spend eternity or where I would go after life ended. But it wasn't until I was 16 years old and I found myself at rock bottom. I was completely broken, on the verge of being into some heavy drugs and just a complete heaviness of craziness. And I ended up coming down to Clovis because I grew up in California, and I came into this church. And honestly, I couldn't tell you what the sermon was about. I couldn't tell you anything about that night, but all I remember is that God touched my life. And he gave me something that I'd never had before, and he gave me that missing piece to that game that I thought I had control of. Turns out he's in control of it, and I decided to give him complete control. And when I did that, he changed my life completely. He blessed me with a life that I never thought I could have had. I never thought I would be graduated college, a husband that loves me and cares for me and loves God above all else. And I came from a crazy background, and I didn't deserve heaven to be my home. But now I know that I want to make heaven my home, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make heaven my home. And if you haven't made that decision and you don't know where you're going to for eternity, because tomorrow's promised to no man, I recommend that you do that tonight, and you're going to have an opportunity.